Hi, welcome back to
The table.
Luke who's joining me. Loving it. Last week I did a list, 80s nostalgia game, because I am an 80s child, and she's liking a lot of this stuff too. And I missed a few. I know I missed a few, and a lot of people kind of started mentioning them and through all the stuff I post. And I made a list of the stuff I missed that's good or bad, but I wanted to point it out to make this list. And she wanted to join me because there's a she saw the video last time, and there was a lot of games in it that she likes, like the Goonies and the Back to the Future ones, and she missed out. So we're gonna kind of probably talk about those and talk about some of these real quick. I don't have a lot of these, so I just put a little graphic up here or over there or right here. And again, if we missed any, please put them down here so I can kind of know about them. Maybe I missed them and I want to pick them up. So without further ado, let's start the list with, I have to carry a list this time. We'll go down the list.
Christmas Vacation.
Christmas Vacation. Pretty sure it's a movie of the 80s. Might be wrong actually. But we wanted to pick this one. We got Christmas Vacation. They did make a game about it. It is a small little card game. It's pattern matching. It's very simple. We like it. We like theme games. Like it's a Christmas game, so we'll pull it out every Christmas. But again, on this one, we're just matching color patterns of light bulbs between 3 and 4. And then once you got a pattern laid out, you accomplish your goal. Once you accomplish, I think 3 of those, 3 of them, you win. It's pretty quick. It's cute, and it's one of these Funko games that a lot of these are a hit. Next one.
Christmas Story.
Next one, Christmas Story. Did I say any more? I'll shoot your eye out. They didn't make a second movie. Don't watch it. Just watch the first one. This one is a very cute game. You're trying to find a Christmas present. That's right. You're trying to find specific. It's a hidden. I wouldn't say hidden movement. It's a memory game. You have all the cards laid down. You get to pick up one, and you kind of have to memorize what you have, and then people steal your presents. And then once you think you got what you got, you flip it over, and if you got what you needed to get, you win. It's very cute. It comes with a lamp leg mini. We're getting a lot of cool minis. I have Wizard of Oz on the table right there. I have some cool minis coming up right here, which we never thought we would have gotten 10 years ago. But we got a lamp leg mini. It is painted, so I don't got to paint it. We like this one. Yeah, we've liked this one since it came out, I think, last year. Another one of those small Funko game packages. Next.
Bob Ross.
Bob Ross. Yes, here's Bob Ross. Yes, it came out in the 80s. I used to watch this quite a bit. A lot of us did, don't lie. We like this game. This game basically was a department store game. Everybody kind of laughed at it, but it's a set collection game. It is very pure set collection. It does have some twists with cards and a palette where you're matching colors, and once they're in your palette, you can't like move them around. They're stuck there like in real paint. We like this one. It's very pretty. What do you want to say? Yeah, she likes this one. We like this one. We play this one not so often, but we do play it. It is very pure. There's another game that came out like this, Petite something. There's a game that came out like this. We have it over there in our mess over there. We do like it a little better, but it is more complex. Remember the Petite Pastel where we got those famous paintings? Because it does have the famous paintings. But this was a little bit more basic. And it is a funny thing that people don't look at it and they'll laugh. Next.
Jaws.
Jaws. I know the movie came out pre-80, but there was a couple of real bad movies that came out in the 80s, so this game, we're going to shoehorn it in there. It came out a few years ago. It is one of these Prospero Hall games. Pretty much all those Prospero Hall games have been a hit for us versus all these other high-end publishers. This one is Jaws. It's got a 2-part game, which is kind of cool. It's very unique. The first part's hit movement, where you're Jaws trying to go around the island, and once
and it eats people.
Well, he eats people. And at some point it'll trigger the second round of the game when you're in the boat, the orca, and you're trying to get Jaws. Again, it's a hit movement game. It is very fun with family, I think, because like the kids and stuff, they could be Jaws, and the parents or whoever it is, they can kind of run the game. Again, if you find this one, pick it up. I'm pretty sure this is going to be hard to find, and I know in a few years people are going to be looking for it, so it's not very expensive. Next.
Labyrinth.
Labyrinth. Labyrinth. I didn't grow up. Well, I did watch the movies, and I'm gonna also mention Dark Crystal in there. It's basically the same game. It is a roll and move game. It's not great. This publisher, River Horse Games, they do themes. Their games are not very good. At least I don't like them. I did pick this one up because you finally get another one of those minis. We get Labyrinth minis. Again, it's a hidden. It's not a hidden. Roll and move game. She hasn't played it yet. This game's been sitting on my shelf up there collecting dust for many years. Maybe we'll pull it out and go through it. But again, it's a game of the 80s, just like Dark Crystal. I'm trying to put a graphic up here. It's the same type of thing. And it's pretty. And they do have a deluxe version, I think, where they have giant minis. But it's pretty. I like it. It's if you're a nostalgic child of the 80s, that's who I think that's who the market is for. Next.
Princess Bride.
All right. Next one. Another one of these. Prosper Hall. It is a Ravensburg game. But I'm trying to see real quick. Anyways, Princess Bride. I'm not a fanboy like a lot of people. I think she's more of a fan after she saw the movies. But out of left field, out of nowhere, this game came out. It's an adventure book game. And we liked it. We went through the adventure. I think it's great for families. And again, we're back to minis. You get minis of the Princess Bride. You get
Wesley.
You get Wesley.
And Indigo. And Buttercup. And
Fessy.
And the bald dude.
The bald dude. It's the
Vicini.
and then you get the Humperdinck and all that. So it's a very fun game. I think anybody, got even the newer generation, kids in their, were born in the 90s and 2000s, they love this theme. And again, if you can find this one, I think this is going to be one of those that's going to be hard to find too. Once it kind of fades out of the department stores, it'll pretty much just be done with. So pick this one up because I think it's going to be one of those that people are going to be looking for later. We'll skip some of the boxes and I'm going to go back to my list. Another one people mentioned, Top Gun. I haven't played it. I've seen it on super cheap. I'm not interested in it, but it is a game. I'm not a Top Gun fan, but it needs to be mentioned. They did make a game about Top Gun. Another one, jumping real quick, Big Trouble in Little China. She doesn't know what that is. Maybe I'll show her the movie this year or next year. You might like it. It's a weird movie. Everybody that's seen it, they did make a game about it. The game is not bad. You get Big Trouble in Little China minis. You get, I wish you got the Pork Chop Express. That's the name of the truck. He drives a big truck. It's called the Pork Chop Express. And I might pick this one up. I should try to pick it up before it's gone. And at least I'll have it down there where all my cool, older, probably never to be seen games again are at. But, and I think they came out with an expansion. I think that's one you should try. I know some people liked it. I'll mention a YouTuber, Rob Oren. He played it. It looks cool. He makes them all look cool. Let's see. We went down. We got all these. We'll save. We'll go to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. There's a few games that came out. I had 2 of them. They were okay. I painted them all up. They look cool. I did get rid of them, so I don't have the box to show you. But they're out there. Any fan, they're decent. They're kind of dungeon crawl games, at least the ones I had. They did. One of them had a weird mechanic where you roll dice and the person to your left and right share that dice. That's how they show teamwork, which is kind of nice. And it's a very attractive game. And it had a lot of expansions that added so much to it. So that's another game. I'll put a picture, something up there again. But that was one of them. I don't think she ever saw it. We never played it. I just kind of painted it up. I wasn't a child. I didn't grow up with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But she didn't like it. I know. Again, it might be shoehorned in here. It might be a 90s thing. But I'm pretty sure the comics and stuff were out in the 80s. We got that one. We'll switch over to Gremlins. That's another one. I'll put a thing up there. One of those Funko games. I don't know if there were others that came out. I have it here somewhere. We're trying to find it in this giant mess. But we still have it. It's one of those Funko small boxes that are kind of inexpensive. Throw them in a big box. And that was an okay game. From there on out, that one's not. We'll switch over to this one. Another one a lot of people mentioned, and they were right. It's Aliens, the original movie. I have it here. It's a 70s, late 70s. So I won't cheat, but this one was 80s. This was a good game. I know Nemesis came out, which I just got my giant Nemesis pledge here, which I don't even want it anymore. It's 2.5 years late, I think. But we'll leave it at that. This game came out before that big giant thing came out. I know a lot of people got Nemesis before I was late to the game. This one's cool. We actually get... I am a child, and I'm of aliens. I do love aliens. The Aliens Predator, the Aliens, the new... yeah, all of them. I'm trying to remember the last movies that came out. We get the minis of all the characters. We get Ripley, we get Newt, we get Hudson, we get Higgs, blah, 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 blah. Minis look cool. They paint it up real nice. The aliens are a pain to build. Everybody knows. But we got cool aliens. And let me fetch some minis real quick here. On my case.
I like the Ravensburger one.
Yeah, she actually liked the original one. Let's see if I can fetch it here.
I think we got rid of it.
No, it's here somewhere. It's here's some minis. We got Ripley on the robot here, the machine here. We get the alien queen, which is kind of cool. We got this awesome minis out of the deal. Can't complain about that. And we got a whole bunch of cool aliens that I think look better than the Gene Stealers. Don't say nothing to GW. And this one I like. This one's gonna get put on the table again. I'm gonna try to force her to play it. I think she'll like it. Pick characters, move aliens around, whatever you want to do. It's one of those I wouldn't say beer and pretzel games because you got a lot going on the table with all your characters. But it's a real cool game. It has a couple of expansions to get. A lot of people trick it out with 3D terrain, which is something I've been itching to do, but I tackled on a bigger project with Space Hulk. One day I'll show that off. So that was Aliens, and she liked the original one, which is more of a very simple co-op, and that one's not bad too. We'll go to the next list. Star Wars. One she wanted to mention. She is right. There's a million Star Wars games out there. I won't even start. I have Imperial Assault and a few others floating around here. X-Wing, so on and so on. I'm trying to hunt down. Well, they're out there, but slowly. I've been buying too many games. I got to budget myself. Slowly try to collect all the Imperial Assault expansions before they go bye-byes. I think some of them are already bye-byes.
The card game one. There's the dice game.
That dice game, we played out quite a bit. The Destinies, we got into it and just kind of faded away as with everybody. But Star Wars is definitely one that needs to get mentioned.
The Love Letter one.
There's that new Love Letter Star Wars that we're liking. We prefer a different one. We should probably do a list about that later, but we prefer a different love letter. Letter to Santa. They need to do a reprint on that. I don't care. We have our copy, but everybody needs to play Love Letter, Letters to Santa. But the Star Wars one, we liking it. It has a little twist where there's different goals in the game, locations that you're trying to take over in cases of time. And I'm not missing a few, and I think I'll wrap it up with, let me go real quick here. We'll mention some of the old ones so she could talk. The last one I want to mention in this list is, this one's a little off, kind of like I mentioned last time with Judge Dredd. I know you can't see him up there, but this is another one of these Games Workshop, well, I want to say Games Workshop, it's Rogue Trooper. It's in kind of the world of Judge Dredd in a sense. Actually got Judge Dredd there like I showed last time. Rogue Trooper, it's not hard to find. I found this one years ago. I like Rogue Trooper. I love the comics, the whole storyline. It starts with, basically you have a beginning and an end if you read the whole thing. If you buy one of those, the whole trade paperback books. So this one's out there. If you're a fan of Rogue Trooper, you'll pick it up. If not, don't even bother looking for this one.
I thought that was a bicycle game.
No, it's not a bicycle game. Why?
It looks like a bicycle game.
It's a blue guy. They came out with some video games that I got hooked into, but let's not get into that right now. Now, you are here because on the last list, I still have it here. I mentioned like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 and a bunch of other ones I didn't have. So again, we're gonna, Goonies. Goonies was a game we picked up. She's a fan of Goonies. You can't see it, but she's got the truffle shuffle shirt on. And that's one of the games we like. She's been doing, we got the key. And that's one of the games she's been making adventures for. Want to say a little bit? No, she's quiet. Another one, G.I. Joe. She's not a G.I. Joe person. but she is going to be once this miniature games comes. Like I mentioned, like last time, she will not play the card game. It's gonna be boring for her. But He-Man, once the He-Man game comes out with all its beauty, she's gonna get stuck playing that because I think it has an Overlord maybe. She likes doing that. Transformers, she's not Transformers. Ghostbusters, she does like Ghostbusters. You want to talk about Ghostbusters?
I haven't even played it yet.
You haven't played it yet? Well, she does like Ghostbusters, like I mentioned. We have the big one down there I got rid of. I got this other, the one I mentioned, but that's another game that we got. And the big boy, Back to the Future. We have Back to the Future. She saw the movie a few years ago, over and over and over and over again. Some good games came out. They have them there. We still play them. Which one do you like out of the two? The dice one or the other one?
Back in time.
Yeah, she doesn't like the dice game. The dice game's not bad.
And I like the Funko one.
Yeah, and then she did want to point that out. She is a Funko collector. There's those Funkoverse games. They came out with a Back to the Future, Marty and Doc, which is kind of cool. So we did play that quite a bit. On the hoverboard. Again, back to minis. You did get minis on Back to the Future, so we actually got Marty and Jennifer and Einstein and Doc, and we got a little DeLorean. Got Biff. So if you're a minis fan like we are, we're getting all kinds of cool stuff on what's coming down the
E.T.
We forgot about that one. There is an ET game that got hinted as a release coming out, and I'm pretty sure it's one of those things that boom, all of a sudden it's already in stores. That's a good one that actually I'm going to go way out of my way to look for it. Just like some of these other games that come out in Target and they're hard to find because we already know how that works. They claim it's there, it's not. E.T. She's looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. We got an E.T. miniature. Maybe we get the kids on a bike. We get Elliot. Blah 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 blah.
I like Elliot.
You like Elliot? What other games do you think? It's 80s. Obviously, she's not from the 80s, but I am, so she's gotten stuck watching these movies, and she's loved many of them. Not all. There's nothing back here. 80s?
I see a Princess Bride game.
Princess Bride. Oh, yeah, there was another Princess Bride game. Get it out here. There was a 2-player Princess Bride game.
There were two.
There were two. It was like a take that game. Yeah, they're all buried down there. I Hate to Kill You. It was an impulse buy. It's basic. You're playing. It's a 2-player game, right? Yeah, it is a 2-player game when you're rolling dice and you're basically trying to.
And you roll dice and you get it and you go. Psh.
You're trying to get each other with dice, and you're either Inigo or Men in Black. But you play different characters. Wesley, Inigo, Men in Black, Prince Humperdinck. This was kind of a fun game.
Wesley is the Man in Black.
Wesley is the man. Oh, that's right. This is the Man in Black. So here's another one. They did. They might have done a third one, correct?
They did one in like you flip the cord and it makes a decision for you.
Oh yeah, there was another one that was pretty bad. So I know they kind of started pumping these Princess Bride games. I'm glad they didn't pump too many of them because they tend to pump junk out. But the adventure book that I mentioned earlier was real good. Just real quick, there's a new adventure game that came out, The Wizard of Oz. I just happened to see it at the store yesterday, picked it up. We got Wizard of Oz minis there.
And Brady Bunch.
We had that Brady Bunch game. People don't like it. We're big Brady Bunch fans, but that goes back to the 70s. But yeah, maybe. They did some weird stuff in the 80s. Some of those shows that you watch, those variety shows, a lot of people don't know about that. Don't watch them.
They watch them.
She says watch them. So that's the list of the 80s. I don't want to take up too much time. She wanted to get in here, so hopefully she'll join me on a couple more lists. We got a board up there, a little list that we might want to do, fun stuff that we might want to start pointing out. Again, if there's any more games that I missed, which I know I did, point them out below. Be nice. So far, everybody's been nice but one guy. And you guys take care. Bye.